So we're going to face a problem in China that we didn't face in Australia. Superclipping still the word of the day. So remember, we are building up energy under braking. When we're braking, we are building up electrical energy. And when we are going down the straight and the power goes down, some of the internal combustion engine power gets taken from the car and it goes towards charging up the battery. But now we've got something that we haven't looked at before. We are looking at long straights and we're running out of power. So we get to the end and we're super clipping. That will be happening. There's quite a few long straights in China, including one of the longest straights in Formula One, over 1.2 kilometers. But now we're facing an additional problem. And that is there are areas of the track where we are not going at full speed. So we're not getting into that super clipping area where the car's at full power and we're harvesting some of that power in and we're losing a bit of power. But we are also not under braking. So we're not using the kinetic energy of the brake to charge it. So as we're heading down the bottom of the China circuit, before we get to the end, remember normally 50 meters before we get to the corner, they slam on the brakes. Now about 100 to 150, 200 meters before the end of the straight, they might be out of energy already and they'll be harvesting. So then they'll have a braking zone, harvest some energy back, then straight, hit another long straight again. But the problem happens at the end of that straight. So when we get to the end of that straight, we'll be out of power. We'll be harvesting a bit in the braking zone, but then we're entering a little area that looks like a braking wave. I'll actually put the picture up top there. That looks like a braking wave. And in that area, we are not at full speed. We're not going to hit super clipping. And we are not touching the brakes. And we can't not use the boost. Otherwise, we're going to be driving 500 horsepower cars through that area. So the drivers are going to need to calculate, can they drive through that area without boosting at all? There's not going to be harvesting of any nature. They're not going to be on the brake. And they can't take power from the internal combustion engine because they're not driving through that area at full speed anyway. Then we're hitting another little area, and then we're hitting a part of the circuit that can be handled normally. But the problem we're facing in China is long straights, more corners, but corners that are not corners that we're on the brake. It's corners where we're not going to be stepping on the brake. So non-harvesting corners. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a bit of a train smash, or do you think we're completely overthinking it and everything will be fine? Let me know what you guys think. Cheers, guys.